my biggest issues, which is a great tendency of mine, is that I always try to forward this idea that I'm one of those nonchalant, serious, unhappy dudes. And I think that may have been one of the worst decisions I ever took for my personality, because for multiple reasons. One, I don't enjoy sitting there like this, not talking to anyone, and avoiding eye contact, and just wanting to act and sound tough and look tough. Another issue is girls don't like that at all. A girl would much rather you're a silly, happy little guy than some quiet, silent. Okay, obviously there's some girls who are way more attracted to different things, but the majority of girls, especially girls who they themselves are happy, would much rather spend time with a guy who's enjoying life than a guy who's serious and whatever. I'm not saying you shouldn't be serious. I'm not saying don't care about your life. I'm not saying don't actually be productive. Of course, be those things, but don't walk around not smiling and acting uninterested all the time. And it's gonna take me a while to get rid of this habit, but I think I'm getting better, because I'm trying to be more happy and energetic, and kind of having that same energy I had when I was a kid. By the way, my mom gave me this haircut. Hope it looks good. And yeah, so don't be nonchalant is such a stupid thing to want to be. Nonchalant literally means acting like you don't care. Okay, that's not what it literally means, but in a dictionary, it's used when someone's trying to act like they're doing something without putting any effort into it. They try to make it look easy, and that's such a horrible personality trait. It's yeah, I'm trying to make it look like I don't feel anything and that everything just happens and I'm perfectly okay with that. It's not even stoicism. It's just wanting to look stoic. It's you can literally be stressing out and whatever. You wouldn't be stressing out, but stoicism doesn't mean not to show your emotions. It means to control everything you can control, and to ignore and accept everything you can't control. It doesn't mean to sit here and act nonchalant. No, being nonchalant it sounds so cringe saying this word, because you shouldn't want to be this. It's such a sad experience saying, because no one's gonna talk to you. Would you rather talk to someone who's smiling, laughing, who's I don't know, who's energetic, who's clearly enjoying themselves? Let's say you're at a party and there's a guy who's being social, he's smiling at everyone, no one cares, even if he might have a more high-pitched voice or whatever. No one cares. He's smiling more, he's talking to more people, making more human connections and contact. Or a guy who even if he's way more attractive, who's just sitting or leaning alone in a corner, looking at everyone like this, as if he's at a freaking modeling shoot, just sitting there, not talking to anyone, avoiding eye contact and looking intensely at everyone as if he wants to freaking stab them. Who even if the guy who's sitting in the corner acting nonchalant was a 10 out of 10, the guy who was talking to everyone and being social, even if he's a 5 out of 10, every single time he would come out of that party having enjoyed it more, and with more female attention, with more social attention, and with more social status. Even if the guy who's quiet and sitting in the corner is arguably more attractive, even if he's richer, taller, more jacked, if the guy who's talking to everyone is fat, poor, and ugly, if he's sociable and talking to everyone and making people laugh and smiling and being silly, he's gonna end up with more numbers that night, regardless. And I know this sounds stupid, but believe me, because I have friends who are way more attractive than me. Way more attractive than me. It's simple. I have this one friend who is literally a male model, but he doesn't pull anything. I actually look much better now than I did even last year, and I'm still evolving, right? I'm still working on my looks, but I'm not a model, right? I am not ugly, I think, but I'm not a model, right? He has like hunter eyes, he has like perfect skin, easily, whatever. He has like freckles, green eyes, whatever. But he doesn't pull anything. Why? He's not even like nonchalant. He's literally just unsocial. He just doesn't talk to people. He sits by himself, and he doesn't sit by himself. He sits with his friends, but he especially doesn't talk to girls. And I've seen him talk to girls sometimes. He would be able to pull them, but like he just doesn't because I don't know. He didn't grow up with the well, he didn't grow up like talking to girls, I guess, so he's not gonna start doing it now. And it's kind of sad because it's not sad, it's actually good for me, because if he started talking to people, if he became social, he would be an absolute female magnet, because he's literally a male model, right? But no, I pull way more girls, and I have pulled so many more girls since I've met him, just because I'm more social, or I was. But recently I've been getting more like nonchalant and whatever. And I think the reason it was that maybe I was consuming more content, which was making me more unhappy. So my body is like, for some reason, I have to fix this one day, but my reaction to when I'm unhappy or like mad at something is to isolate myself and kind of shut off everyone else. This actually happened last week, where one of my friends said something that hurt me. It was a girl, by the way. She said something that hurt me, and I literally like didn't even say anything to her. And we were like in a school trip, so just on the bus ride home, well, when I stopped talking to her and I walked away from her, but you didn't notice then. But on the bus ride home, I literally spent like an hour and a half sitting there listening to sad music, like staring forward at the bus, acting nonchalant. And then eventually my friend, who is literally a homosexual, I'm not kidding, he's literally a homosexual, had to ask me, Duarte, there's something wrong. And I had to ask my name in case you didn't know. By the way, I'm Duarte, I'm 15 and I'm on self-improvement, and I'm here to help you with my experience and what I've learned. And he's like, Brian, what's wrong? And I ended up telling him in the hotel room. Yes, they put me in a hotel room with a genuine homosexual. He's not even like, he doesn't paint his nails or anything. He literally just likes men. So it's interesting relationship I have with him, I guess. And he's like, right, and I told him, and he's like, do you want me to talk to her? I'll talk to her. So one of the positives of being friends with homosexuals is it like kind of makes it easier for you to communicate with girls. And then she comes up to me at dinner, like puts her head on my shoulder and says, I'm sorry. And so I guess I'm lucky I have good friends. But if I hadn't been nonchalant, if I had been like communicative, even if I had messed up and sounded stupid saying it, if I was like, you hurt me because you said this, and for some reason I was always bad at confrontations. And so when I get sad, I isolate and I shut off. And I think this has kind of been happening because I started listening to a lot more like sad music, watching like Instagram reels and stuff. Deleted Instagram now, and hopefully I can get back to grinding, back to my mental like clarity and state I was in before. And we'll see how it goes. As always, make memories, not dreams.